Hey guys, how you doing? So quickly let me show you how I did 1:7 about 1:7 1:8 on USDJPY this week. So this candle here, this was Monday 22nd September, that is last 2 weeks. Last 2 weeks. So what do we have here? Remember I said price moved from one point of liquidity to another point of liquidity. Internal liquidity to external liquidity. That's how price moves. Nothing more, nothing special. Once you can understand this, it will help you simplify your trade. So we are moving from an high to another high, or sorry, from an high to a low, or from a low to another high, or from internal liquidity, that is fair value gap, to external liquidity, that is a hold high, a hold low, relative equal high, relative equal low, or what have you. Yeah, what do we have here? You can see that for a while price have been quite bullish, like it has been moving to the upside. On our weekly time frame, this is our weekly time frame, you can see this here. And for a long time, that is since August, we've had this relative equal low, relative equal high. And this blue line you see here, this is a fair value gap on our monthly time frame. I don't want to go there because of our time. The fair value gap on our monthly time frame, and within that same fair value gap, we have what, a weekly order block. Within that same fair value gap, we had a what, a weekly order block. What do I call this, guys? Yeah, that's my strategy. Block in a block. Simple. If I say block within a block, I don't joke with it. We had another block inside a monthly fair value gap, and before that other block, we have what, a relative equal high fed into it. That's what, liquidity. So what do I do? So from this week candle, I've seen, oh, that price is really bullish. All of this while price was really ranging badly. It was ranging badly. For you to have traded this, for you probably might just take 1:2, 1:3, just trade on high to lows. So what did I do? So I saw here that price did something beautiful here. Price came to this low, right? Price came to take out this low about 3 weeks ago. This is 15th September. But not just the low, but it also fed into what? Into a liquidity point, which is what? Into an internal liquidity, that is our fair value gap. This is your fair value gap here, right? This low, this high. This gap here is our fair value gap. So price came here to take out this liquidity and fed into this fair value gap. Then that was why I began to anticipate that price will come back to take out what, these relative equal highs. This relative equal highs, this high and this high, they are relatively equal. If this high are taking out this high, I might not really anticipate that price will come back to take this high, because it will have become a high resistance. But because this high failed to take out this high, then I could say, oh, this is a relative equal high. Liquidity is lying above it. So what do I have here? Since this candle is ending bullish, my following week I was anticipating a bullish move. Then what do? Then you go down to your daily. Once your weekly time frame is clear, you want to come down to your daily to draw out your reference point. Remember, this is the high that we are targeting. Let's bring this here. This is the high that we are targeting. Yeah. Let's make this quite straight. Okay. Yeah. So let's have it here. So what do we have here? We have fair value gap here, right? We have our fair value gap here. However, you must know that what price is what is booked on what, on liquidity. Let's make use of this. Yeah, we have our fair value gap here. I also have a tiny fair value gap here, very tiny. You see that? Very tiny, very tiny. So I was anticipating that price would either get into this fair value gap and give me what, a clean breaking structure on my 1 hour. Since I'm now on daily time frame, then I can refine my stop loss on my M15. Hope you get what I said. But price kept moving down here, and we didn't see anything interesting. Like, it was so impulsive. Immediately I saw that impulsive move, immediately I saw this impulsive move into this fair value gap, I sat on my hands. I knew price was up to something. Price was up to, wants to take out liquidity before it take out what, this high. Remember, this is our focus here. The price will always want to take out liquidity. So price came down impulsively. So I sat on my hands. There was no breaking structure on our daily time frame. Then what did I do? I saw this fair value gap here, and I went to my 4-hour time frame. Now on my 4-hour time frame, see what I saw here. I saw another fair value gap, and there's what, a liquidity here. What did I do? Since all of this place was my zone on my daily time frame, I just refined this fair value gap into this place. Guys, check all my previous video from last year, from January. The same thing I do. I refine all my reference point on my weekly, my daily, and bring it down to my 4-hour time frame. Why? Because I'm trying to make my stop loss minimally small as possible. So let's say you wanted to use 4-hour time frame as an entry. Possible as a swing trader or as an investor. Even on our 4-hour time frame, we had a very clean breaking structure. Price came down, went up, came down. It failed to take out this low, right? We call this what, a failure swing. Then what, it took out this high. Can you see? You have what, a clean breaking structure here. This is our pattern, guys. Never forget our pattern. Failure swing, and a breaking structure to the upside, or something like this. Break structure to the downside, and what, another one to the upside. This one is what, is a sweep. This is a liquidity sweep, and a breaking structure to the upside. So you can either have this pattern, or this pattern. So in this case, we had this pattern. That is, we had the failure swing and what, a breaking structure to the upside, right? So what can you do here? If you wanted to use your 4-hour time frame for your entry, since you picked your analysis from your weekly time frame, that's where you just make use of what, of this other block. And start from the block, just that other block. Then what, you add a little pips, your stop loss. That market will not show you again. Remember, where is our profit now? So our target was this high, that previous weekly high, right? Remember, since your analysis is from your weekly time frame, then your target should be on your weekly time frame. Get that? So what did we have here? We had 1:4.7. That is, if you had risked $1,000, you would have had $4,780. If you had risked $10,000, you would have had $47,800. But because I like to keep my entry as tight as possible, when I saw that price took out this liquidity and fed into this fair value gap, and price is ultimately bullish on our weekly time frame, I went to my M. So on our M15, let me take this out. This was my entry point. I'll just take this out so I will withdraw it again. On our M15, see what we got. Very clean, very, very clean, guys. We want to keep it as clean as possible. So price did what? Price took out this high, right? Price came down, went up, came down. Remember our pattern? There was a failure swing that it failed to take out this low. Failure swing, then it went upwards to take out this high. This high here. Where would have been our entry? This other block. This red candle would have been our entry. And remember, anytime you are doing your entry, remember to always add up something, like add some pips to your stop loss. So I just put my entry here, and this low here was my low. I added like about 5 pips. What was 75 pips stop loss on our H4 as our 4-hour time frame is now what, 37 pips stop loss on what, on our M15. Can you see how this works? Then you take it up as far as you can. Can you see how this works? Let me quickly do this so that. So since you have your clean entry on your M15, you go back to your 4-hour time frame for your take profits. Yeah, there we are. Can you see our pattern drawn out? So guys, you will see how I was able to do 1:7 plus on Euro USD. This was my target. I like to put it a little bit below, you get, so that you're not broken. So this is 1:10. That is, if you had weeks 1, I usually want to get what 10. 1:10. Here's how I did 1:10 on USD JPY. So guys, you can check the video again, go back, sit down with it, you understand it better. If you had used this immediate high, that would be 1:8. Can you see this? Simple and clear. See ya guys. Thank you.